Hi guys, this is Olivia Nashay, and I am here because um, I wanted to share something with you. I've been on my uh, other page, my other social medias, and I noticed that um, I've been talking, and I realized that there are some things going on that we don't talk about, especially at church. Well, I'm not necessarily in a church or anything. Give me a minute. Oh, we get. And I noticed that um, in relationships today, there's a lot going on. So let me just say this. My name is Laverna Shea Stout. My background, I'm working on it. Uh, you know, uh, I'm 45. I'll be 46 this year. And I notice people in my age group, they have some deeply rooted issues, people. And it's amazing that they even try. Okay. I don't know what happened. It seems like maybe this was a part of the epidemic of the 80s and 90s, from what I understand. If you were born in the 70s, you probably had a young mother or an addicted parent, a parent that's addicted to something, whether it's men, drugs, whatever, the streets. But these guys that are coming out that I'm running into, they've been very, very narcissistic and diabolic. I say that diabolical. I love the word. I say that because um, met a guy, and apparently he, I guess, he says he has a father, but that doesn't mean that they're role models or that they're a good support system or that they're teaching you anything. Every time I go on, someone calls me. It's amazing. Hello, sir. Hi. I'm fine. How are you? Oh, yeah, busy. I shouldn't say that, but it's true. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Hi. Yeah. Wonderful. How's your day? Great. Amen. Phenomenal. I'm actually recording right now, but take your time. Yeah, don't worry about it. Well, you said you like what I say on my page. So I do that. So that's what I do. I share information. You don't, you, okay, so what did you like on my page? That's what I do. When I talk about what? Oh, you see that. Well, I did a video about relationships a little bit after that, like kind of late, like 10:30 p.m. And I thought you were referring to it because basically all I was saying was, we need to kind of really take responsibility for our actions and the way we see and think. Because as a child, you can't control everything, but as an adult, it's our job to kind of figure out what's going on with us and find solutions, right? Like if we're struggling in our finances, that means you need to take your ass to school somewhere and get a training, right? Huh? What are you saying? No, I wasn't. Not in the video. Well, kind of. But basically, if you are struggling, like people are saying, I'm so poor, I don't have this, I don't have that. Can you hear me? You're at work. We'll talk. We'll talk. Thank you for calling me on your break, though. Thank you for calling me on your break. You're so phenomenal.
You always got to treat people with respect if you want respect back.
Yeah. But just know that people don't always want to respect others, and it's just in them to be evil and mean. But you still gotta find a way to deal with them, right?
So far,
I look. I can't even hear you. I was just saying something. You didn't even hear me.
I mean, can you hear me now?
Now, after I said what I had to say, you couldn't hear me.
I could hear you.
Exactly. Call me when you're off, okay?
I got out there at 4:30.
What you want to do? Get married today?
Huh?
I'm requesting a video. What you want to get married today or something?
No, I just want to get to know you. That's all.
Oh, my fault. You telling me you get off at 4:30? Like we need to go down to City Hall and be ready.
No, one day we will. You don't know. You might.
Never know.
How you been doing?
Okay.
You looking beautiful. You look beautiful.
Thank you, honey. Thank you so much.
I just like the way how you be carrying yourself and respect and everything else.
Yeah. Somebody almost got shot yesterday. Yes, I'm playing. I was driving. What I noticed on the road. Thank you for the compliment. But what I noticed on the road these days is when you're driving, there are people that like to like if there's a light coming up, they'll slow down in front of you tremendously, and then they'll go through the light. And it's like they don't care about what you have to do. I mean, way back, they'll just drop back real far and start driving slow, and then they'll pick up when the light changes, or they'll kind of crisscross or start blowing at you, and it's like there's enough, and I just stop. Like you need to go around because I'm not gonna, there's no need for you to be blowing at me like you're crazy. Like we were in turning lanes, and I turned from. There's a right lane naturally, and then there's a second lane. I didn't know if it was a turning lane, but I turned in, and there's somebody behind me blowing. Like what is it? So I just stopped. And there was enough room for them to go to the turning lane that they pretended they were going to. But it's like, why are you even blowing at me? So I'm going to stop right here and let you figure this out. Because apparently I'm doing something wrong. So I stopped. And this car just kind of sat there and blew. And I'm like, I'm not moving because I understand what's going on. When people blow, that means you need to pay attention, right?
Right.
Like what happened?
Right.
Let me, So I did. I was a fool. I stopped right there like, we'll go around. Because I don't know what's going on. What happened? So he goes by, and I guess he figures I'm either going to start hollering at him or shooting. Hello. He kind of went on and tried to proceed to turn before everybody else. I'm going to let everybody see that you're being a fool right now. There's no need for you to be blowing at me. So he went on, turned off. But then another car was doing some extra. I pulled the gun out by then. Don't tell nobody. I was like, okay, we can play in these streets. I mean, it was just really getting ridiculous right there. I was like, why? But it happens all the time. I don't know if it's the car or my skin, but it's goofy. Let's stop playing. I'm trying to go somewhere. I'm not bothering you. So thank you for the compliment, but I'm not sure I fit that description. How I carry myself. I get up to here sometimes with foolishness.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I just like the way how you carry yourself when you do talk, when you do your Facebook Live and all that. I like
Thank you, honey.
How you carry yourself, how you present yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
You present yourself, like just kind of like a professional woman. You already know what you're talking about. You already know what you got to handle and all that.
Know what I've been through.
People out here.
I know what I've been through. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go on.
I'm sorry. What you say?
Go ahead.
No, I said that. I said people out here, they think it's a game out here. It ain't no game out here.
It's not. And I'm not sure why they think I want to play. Why they think I want to sit up here and play with them. They don't know.
See, it's crazy out here. They don't care.
They don't. And that's what's gonna get them got. That's what's gonna get them got. Cause me, I don't bother anybody. Wherever I'm going, that's where I'm going. And I'm not gonna be afraid to go. I'm not gonna be afraid to come out the house and drive and do whatever God gave me to do in this free country that nobody owns. Okay, God owns this land. So people need to calm down to the all maximum levels. Cause I'm not going. Okay.
But they're not though. They're not gonna calm down.
That's fine. That ain't my problem. That's between them and God. They can meet their maker at any time they like. Just keep on bothering folks, okay?
You're right about that.
Go meet your maker, pumpkin. Okay, and I might be the one to send them because I don't bother nobody. And I don't appreciate people trying to limit what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got people over here in this neighborhood. I'm not gonna talk too much about that because I'm really talking about relationships, and then I'm gonna talk about real estate, which is what I do. I like to get in as a developer. Woo, building buildings. But I know generally men do that. Huh?
The way that I see in relationship and all that, I mean, if you're involved in a relationship with somebody and all that, people they always gotta complain about something.
For women?
You know, that's like
for women?
To me, that's like the only way to get attention. Just to argue about anything.
Okay, here we go. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you don't argue with them over something, they'll find a way to make you argue with you.
Bernardo, I have a question. Bernardo, I have a question for you. I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you mind having an open conversation with me online? Yes or no?
I really never did that though.
Okay, because right now I am recording, and I want you to know that before you go too deep into what you're saying, because no one really knows who you are. They don't know what you look like. They don't really know your name. So if I said Bernardo, that's it. But is it okay if I keep it on and we do discuss this? Because that's what I was going to do anyway. Huh?
I said I got a problem with that. I mean, this is my first time ever doing this.
Okay, and I know you're on your break, so I'm not going to hold you. So you want to do it later?
Yeah, we can do it later.
Okay, because we can get all into it. I love talking, so. They'll be like, where's Bernardo? This is his break time. I don't know. He lost.
Don't worry, we will know.
Okay.
Well, you have a great day and everything else.
You too.
Hopefully, I like your smile though.
I got missing teeth, but that's okay. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm working on it. I know you can't see it. I know I'm hiding it, but I love smiling. I gotta fix this mess. I love it.
I know. I see that. You gotta smile. I mean, smile's a kryptonite.
Yeah.
When you're smiling, people always gotta wonder what's going on.
Everything good.
And they always gotta find out what's going on.
Everything good. Yeah.
But I mean, you really do look beautiful. You look good, though. You really do.
Thank you. I'm working on it. Thank you.
Never know working on it. You're doing it.
Trust me. I got all these little eggs over here getting ready. Get my face right. But no, it's really natural. It's really natural. Thank you so much. I don't have any makeup on except for the eyebrows and the eyes and the lip gloss.
You should have told me. You look good. You look good without it.
Yeah, but I look sick without it. I don't have any lashes yet, brows, nothing. I'm growing them in though.
Oh, you are?
Because I had thyroid at some point and it just never really. So I'm working on getting the natural better. And I can't tell you the reason why the reason why I'm doing these videos is because I met a guy that wanted to kill me. Somebody just cut my brake line, and this is why I'm telling people our education is our way out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to get educated to get away from stuff. If you're poor, it's hard for you to move around and get away from bad stuff. Although it can meet you in the White House, bad can come anywhere and get you. But you have a bad opportunity sometimes if you have the money and the knowledge to move away from different dangers, right? So that's why.
Yeah, I mean, some people they could do it, but they don't want to do it. They
do what?
Be stuck in the same environment, doing the same thing.
I see.
I mean, to me, you cannot tell a grown man what to do. It's up to him if he wants to do it or not.
That's true.
Anybody,
but there's people that want help, but they don't know what to do. Go get educated. Get you some type of license, degree, certificate that can bump your income up to a different level. If you work in a warehouse and they have forklifting and it pays $20 more, whatever, maybe you need a forklift certificate. What you think? Is it gonna hurt?
Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna hurt. It's just going to advance you further in the future.
Financially. Right? So what's that gonna hurt? If you're working at a store, does it hurt you to become a butcher or take some type of management skills or go into a certain type of course where you can run a department or a building or a business? No, it's just going to amp you up. And even if you don't stay there, you can always apply that somewhere else or put it on your resume. You never know how that'll bump up your income. And it's not just about income, but, just your status. So
plus the way how you present yourself when you do look for a job. You know, you just got to sell them, you know, what you got to offer.
That's true, but there's nothing wrong with more to offer. Just like a woman, if you flat in the front and guys are looking for big boobs, that's okay. You're gonna get something, yeah. But just say the guys that want the big stuff got a little bit more to offer you. Who knows? Maybe you like more to play with. I'm just saying, you build yourself up enough to get what you really want in life. You know what I'm saying? If you want a rich guy, you know, you don't want to be a gold digger, but you don't want to be digging for sand either. Come on now.
That's true.
Okay. Don't a guy like might want a beautiful girl, but that don't mean he need a dildo either. He wants something with a brain a little bit.
Right.
Some of them. So why not build yourself? Why not have some information or something to offer these people so that they'll go,
See, I mean, I got something to say real quick. It's like, you know, sex is okay and all that, but sex get overrated. If you don't got nothing else to talk about after you have sex, what's the point?
That's for you.
You know,
There's
you
some
always
people
gotta
that don't
conversate.
want. Listen, I talk a lot, and people think I need
do
you to
too.
shut up. You talk way too much. I need the little pretty dumb girl. Oh wait, she ain't even got to be pretty.
I mean, to me, when you talk about whatever you got to talk about after sex, whatever, it makes your life better because you got something to talk about.
That's your
If
thing.
you don't got nothing else to talk about, what's the point?
That's your thing. There are men that don't want nothing but you to show up, take your clothes off, shut up, and get ready to go. Don't talk about nothing. I don't want to know what you need. I don't care about what's going on with your kids, your life. And no, I ain't got no money. Just come be my little dildo. Beat it.
Right.
And those are the fools that I'm talking about. Now, if you like that kind of thing, ladies, I'm more powered.
Yeah, I mean, because you got to at least have something to talk about, you know.
That's to you. That's you.
What about yourself?
Me? I'm looking for a well-rounded guy. I would prefer not necessarily rich but comfortable, only because I know what I want to do, and I hate to be a burden on him trying to help me get to do what I want to do, and I hate for me to have to struggle looking at him like you ain't helped me do nothing. You know, you can't help me. You know, sex is great, like you said, but what more? You know, I'm talking about real estate, and you talking about how you can swindle the next chick you meet, which is what happened to me. I would talk about that. This guy was nuts. He had a whole bunch of fat girls with low self-esteem around the city. And he was managing all of us. I jumped out like, whoa, wait. I figured it out. So I ran away. And he got mad. He's like, I'm going to tear up everything you own, lady. Including you. Your car, your shoes. You. Whatever I get my hands on that belongs to you, I'm going to mess it up. Like a kid. So I was like, the FBI is down the street from you. Pull out.
Yeah, but I was just letting you know where I was coming from, you know, with the sex thing and all that. You know, you always got to do something else, you know. Sex is not cracked up to be. If you got anything else to talk about or say, what's the point?
That's for you. Trust me. Not everybody thinks like that. So I'm glad you told me how you feel. And I'll tell you how I am later because that guy changed my DNA a little bit. I promise you he did. He changed my DNA.
I'm sorry. I really am sorry what you've been through and everything else, you know.
I'm not going to let it affect me, but I keep my eyes open now. I didn't know to keep my eyes this well open.
You got to in life.
I was a happy camper. You know how you're a normal guy. If you meet the right girl that do some stuff to you, your eyes will be so wide open. You'll have to manage how you perceive other people now.
Right.
Because this person has added something so crazy to your life. You have to now redo normal. You don't even know what normal is anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. I'm trying to get back to normal. It's a bit of a challenge, but I'm pretty resourceful.
You know what? You don't have to worry about that. You know, as long as you keep on conversating and everything else, get to know each other, we be real good.
Oh, you're talking about you and I. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking all these. I don't know. With you? Let's work for it, honey.
We'll do it, babe. We'll do it. Well, let me go ahead and get back here. I'll call you my lunch hour, though.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one.
Thanks. You too.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, I kept it mellow for him. But the reality is, there are people out here that are diabolical. I learned that word because it's real. You don't have to ever believe me. I hope you never run into this scenario, and I hope you never have to do abnormal or extraordinary or the ultra, because all of those take you kind of out of your comfort zone because you didn't expect. Okay, the people that died, just say over this pandemic period of time, the women that were killed by men that were close to them, that's not, that's real. um and what I've learned in dating is to ask people questions that go into their head. I just met a guy, beautiful, he put me on his page and everything, we met up, but I knew something was off a bit. However, he did tell me that he didn't really feel he had anything to live for, no motivation. I'm like, red flag run. Nope. Because he said this in the car, and I'm looking at him. And then he kind of got into what happened to him as a kid. And same with this guy that I'm trying to get loose from. I think he's going by his business because he's going back into the crazy mode of wanting to kill somebody or hurt somebody. It's not going to stop. The only way it stops is if he continues to find dormant, uneducated, well, they're not going to say uneducated. I don't know these people, but these are women that are unsuspecting, or they play the game that he plays, which is, I don't want a commitment, but I want to be around you, not because you're sexy or anything. He'll tell them they are. They believe it. They're not. But the thing is, they give him what he wants. If he needed a new car and he cried and sent out a massive text message, oh, look at my car. Oh, like a girl, look at my car. It's ripped, it's torn up. And most likely someone did it on purpose with him to do that. But that was the ploy and the picture that was to go out to get a new one. And there was nothing wrong with the car. Somebody just hit the back. But he wanted a smaller car, not that big clunker, because it didn't fit into what he was trying to do. So it got hit. He sent this massive crying message. Oh, look, my new car, I gotta go get a new one. And I guess one girl took the bait. It's one of them, one of us, said, see, I learned my lesson. I'm not buying him nothing because he gets stuff and he's at everybody else's house living it up, and he ain't coming to your house because he figures I got a good sweet victim. I'm done with this. And you're sitting there like, why is he not calling me? Why is he not coming around? Blah, blah, blah. It's because he figured he got what he wanted. He don't need anything else. He's done with it. I'm trying to file my nail. It got messed up. So I took everything back. Now, I ended up getting to know this lady a little bit, not on good terms, but naturally, because she thought I was competition. I'm like, lady, I'm trying to help you save your life. This dude, if you ever try to take that car back or do anything against him, you're going to pay for it. Now, you might think that's normal, but no one in this America, after you turn probably 18, has the right to put a hand on you. I mean, your parents might smack you a little bit when you act goofy, but in this day, age, and time, the way parents think, especially those that have probably been slaves, it's best not to let anybody hit you, though they may mean well. But so many people have gotten on drugs and alcohol and have gone crazy and jealous and mad and nuts. I don't think anybody should be touching anybody at this point. But I told her to be very careful if you decide to take that car back because you might come up missing. Point blank, man. Because that dude acts like that's all the rave. That car to him is everything. And if she tries to take it back, I'm sure he's gonna hurt her. Diabolical. She seemed to not understand what I was talking about. Like I was just this, that, and the other, and lady, I felt great to talk to you. It felt great to talk to you. To you too, babe. Um, but you have to be careful. Again, this guy, I did bring him back. I did look at him, which I should not have, but I wanted to experience. I thought maybe we could at least be friends. This guy gets here and then he leaves and he's like, and he was already talking to me crazy, which was a red flag, but I was already around him. And I should have never had him come back here. I thought he had already known my address. But he was just weird. He was just, wait, does he have my address? Or did we give it? I think I gave him, my mother's address. So he doesn't necessarily have this one. Maybe he does. I don't know. He did come here though. And he kept saying stuff like, after he left, see, I know you're kind. You to kind of give guys stuff and then tease them and tell them they can't have you. I'm like, I don't recall saying that. And these calls are recorded. I record everything now because people are crazy. And I'm like, what? You know, and he's like, yeah, you know, you teasing me. You saying that now I can't have you and this. And I'm like, I don't recall having that conversation. I'll beat your butt. I'll beat your A or whatever. And I'm like, what is that about? He's like, yeah, I know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, sir, that is not what this is. And he's just really going through some changes and he's kind of still saying I'm gonna beat your butt. And I'm like, okay, so see, let's just stop this because I don't do that. I don't think there's a reason for you to be saying what you're gonna do to me. I don't recall doing anything that would, yeah, this is on lace front, but it ain't sitting right. Cut it wrong. Anyway, um, and I'm like, this is not right. This. And I'm like, see, I'm gonna end up dead, wake up dead, playing with this one. So I have to let him know I got cousins in Indiana, Minnesota, wherever you want, and you don't want to come up and say, okay, don't do that. So he hasn't called me or anything. He hasn't been talking crazy. I don't know, and I mean he's in another state, so I would hate to think he'd come way up here just to do that again or be weird. It happens. People are crazy. Now, again, he told me that he has some really horrific things. I don't know what they were not doing with this child, why he got into so much down there in Mississippi. And I'm from Mississippi. And I was raised here, though. So I don't know what, but he was this child has been through. But I thought it was unfortunate that he's been through so much that he'd want to hurt somebody. Um, and I still, it's just so many guys and women. I don't date girls, so I don't talk about that. I talk about my experience. You don't like that? Chime out, pull out. I'm not bashing. I'm just sharing. There are so many people out here that have had, and I'll say it again, bad childhoods. They had some hardships. They've been on their own. They've gotten into fights. They've been stabbed. They've been hurt. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know how they were raised. I don't know if they were taught to steal or to fight or to do diabolical things. I don't know. But for whatever reason, they have a history of getting into fights, stealing, robbing. I don't know his whole background, but he's been stabbed, and I don't know why they got into this fight. He was telling me, but the guy tried to cut his throat, but instead he got cut all around his neck, and then he was stabbed on his hip. And I'm like, what was going on? What type of fight was this? This is horrible. Oh no. So I'm listening to all this, and then he started telling me about how the baby mama with all these kids got him wrapped up, and she was doing stuff to him. What that stuff was, I don't know. But apparently, he's insecure, poorly, very, very insecure. He has trust issues, self-esteem issues, and I guess he thinks those are my issues now or people's issues when he meets them. Oh, ladies, there's so many red flags, and you don't hear this stuff till you sit down and talk to somebody, unfortunately, and that may be your last talk right there because their heads are so full of foolishness and things that are not true, and about themselves, the world, and others, the perception. And I'll say it again: when you become an adult, your child look, your childlike thoughts as far as other people and relationships and all that. You need to address that stuff and realize that's not everybody, that's not everything. That was that moment, that was those people. That's not everybody in this America, except in your head you believe it. And that's what the guy that I had known for 8 years was kind of like. He had been beat up by somebody as a kid. A big grown man attacked this child. I don't know what all happened. I think something really horrific happened because he started talking about aliens and stuff. And I'm like, they gotta, can't say what that means, but they twisted him up somehow. And he had to check out, and he's been checked out ever since. And I was trying to revive him in a sense, but the boy told me he was dead. He had an ice cold black heart. He don't care. He's not alive. He's dead. He's just surviving. And I was like, well, you're still breathing and eating. If you're dead, stop eating. Eats like a horse. So in his head and in his spirit is dead because there is no God. Ladies, don't take this stuff lightly when a guy tells you he doesn't have any motivation to live. That could be your death. That's right there. That says a lot. And you don't get into those types of conversations, but I do. I don't know what makes me ask questions like that, but it means a lot. If a guy is not motivated, nothing motivates him in life, he's probably ready for that death. Stop playing. And if you got him up in your house because he's cute and he's sexy, he likes you, you like him. If he's steady saying stuff like "it's your mouth," what you say, he's either drunk, high, or crazy, or all three. Um, be careful how you share your information with people. Your address. You can block people on your phone, but your address, um, and just blocking somebody. Sometimes you need to see what people are thinking. You need to leave your lines open. Because if they're saying, "I'm gonna come get you, I'm gonna come kill you," that you need to know that so you be on guard. And if you don't block that person, you wouldn't know or hear that. You wouldn't even be aware that he's on his way, and it depends. In case he boo boo pee pee, he don't have to get out. Yeah, so we want to take this back to the Bible, because it's all related. There are people out here that are spiritually dead. They do not believe in God. They believe in other stuff. They're not feeding their true spirit, true food. It's like they're eating chips and Chipotle, whatever, from their country, and they're not necessarily plugging into the spirit, the meat, the sincere milk. None of that. They're not going. Let me see who this is. Good morning. Thank you for speaking. And you said my name is Beauty. That's a beauty. I woke up and saw your message and it put a smile on my face. It was 10:52, so it's a little while ago. Um, Things start out real good and they go bad quickly. So you guys really need to. Sometimes it's a period of time. In his mind, he's not very vocal, and he may be what the frick it says. He may be okay. He may be silent. A lot of people feel unimportant. They feel invisible, so they don't express themselves. But they may actually have some real interesting viewpoints. And if you get them talking, yeah, they might start insulting you and acting crazy. So they do vouch for silence. That doesn't mean you're safe because they're not communicating how they feel. And you really want someone that knows how to communicate how they feel. I don't know why you want to have someone that's like a silent dummy partner. And they just do what you say, it allows you to irritate them. But some people are letting stuff build up, and I promise you, at some point, it's gonna spill over. It ain't gonna be a nice picture. Um, so we need to be wiser out here in these relationships. It's unfortunate people have hardships, and again, they carry that stuff into their adulthood. Some of that stuff is not relationship worthy when you're a child, but well, parents, yeah, parents, teachers, relatives. Sometimes those relationships are not so great when it rolls over into adulthood. Unfortunately, if you don't find the skills and tools to handle what happens, then it happens. So, again, if we're in a relationship and I think I'm being grown, or at least I'm wanting to be committed, and all you're offering me is a quick slide, um, a slide ride in the playground, and then you want to basically clear the playground so all your real friends can come, girls, guys, whatever, come and play with you. And you keep that up, and I'm steady trying to compete for your attention, which is not my job, because I see you not spending time with me, and I don't know why. Maybe you like the same sex, or you got some other stuff going on. But it ain't with me, right? So I'm steady trying to get this thing together, and you are constantly dismantling and dismounting and acting a fool. And I'm not really understanding because you're not telling me what's going on, but I know it's something weird. So now I'm saying I'm not getting enough. I'm not getting enough time, and I'm thinking that's reasonable. That's what adults do. They communicate, and you're like, so I don't care. And I'm like, what? Look at me. Are you serious? So now I'm eating your food and I'm getting fluffier and I can't get it off. And I'm like, it's your fault. I don't know. But you come to find out you have about 8 girlfriends that you're trying to sexually care for. They're buying you gifts, and I'm studying saying, "Gimme, gimme, gimme." And I'm like, "Well, why did you get one? You could have got two. Get one for me." They're buying you stuff, these chicks, so you can't share with me. And I'm starting to see that and put it together. And you're from the streets. You're straight from hell, so you're like, can't confess anything, even if they see you doing it. You don't know what they're talking about. Complete silence. I'm not confessing. So now you're in the situation where any woman can come roll up on you and bust you in the scalp. You wouldn't even know what happened. Anything can happen to you and nobody would even know because there are people that know about you that you don't know about them. You're outside of the loop. And it's been like that. And this guy is upset that you're figuring this stuff out. And he's trying to pretend you did something wrong. Now, when I first met this guy, right from the get-go, this was a game. He told me his mother was the one that introduced us. He said she really wanted to introduce me to a cousin that I met that has a disability. And I'm like, why would she do that? I'm at church and I'm minding my business. I don't like I have any disabilities or anything. And she's taking my life and my time as a joke. So she introduces me to this joker that did look half normal until I started looking more often. And he doesn't look normal. I mean, it was a facade. And I kind of overlooked some stuff. But the more I looked, the more I realized this is a weakling. And I guess he doesn't like to be seen that way. But whatever happened to him definitely altered him. And I'm sure his young mother of a 13-year difference had something to do with it somewhat because she didn't understand that a child was not supposed to be trying to pursue a relationship. And I mean, she pursued it like a grown woman. She was probably fighting grown women over dudes and just out in the streets. And here he is following behind her watching stuff. This child doing what kids do. Children have tantrums. At all ages, they shouldn't have them after 3. But we should have figured out what makes this child tick where we can manage what they do. But sometimes it goes into adulthood that we carry our tantrums. We can't have our way. We'll tip cars, we'll tip shoes, lives, bodies. We'll kill people because we haven't quite matured mentally and emotionally. And we figure when we're done with something, it needs to be dead. And that's how narcissists are. When they're done with something, it's called discarding. They want to throw you away. That's what they think. It's like they never really were plugged in as an adult. But to them, they're trying to operate in a more advanced world when they have childlike skills. And it's unfortunate. And you see people be like, oh, he's so immature. You better be careful. Because if they just walk away, let them walk away. These are toddlers. I don't care how much you love them. You need to take your feelings out the mix. This is not about your feelings. It's not about your love. It's not about how you can recover that person. And I think some women are getting wise to that. The women that try to walk away from stuff, they start a whole new relationship. They're going about their business. And this guy is mad and he'll kill everybody. Because to them, they own you. You're a possession. And when they get ready to throw you away, they can throw you away. But if they haven't thrown you away and you're trying to move on, that could be your life and whoever else you're around. So don't think because you get a whole bunch of people around that it's going to isolate that person and they're going to feel like, oh, I can't do it. They will take you, the cat, the dog, the birds, everything out. Unfortunately. And then I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's what it is, guys. I like to have a little bit more positivity to say, but we have to be careful in these relationships. These people are not all wired up right, unfortunately. And I mean, even in dating, it's cool at first, and I haven't had that whirlwind yet, really. So I'm grateful because it might be the last world that I went. I mean, it's getting crazy out here. And I can report stories like some do. Some are comedians that can be funny. Some are reporting the situations with the moms and the kids being diabolically crazy, which I, as a mom, not knowing the situation, have done. But I'm grateful my kids made it through. I thought they're mad at me, so they're not untouched. But again, as you become an adult, it's time for you to apply your adult skills if you get them. and just realize parents were doing their best. They weren't trying to hurt you in most cases. Some were, but there's something had to be wrong with them. So for you to have any type of anger and carry that into the universe, it's like you just have to realize there are people out here that are sick, that are weak mentally, and they do attract vultures. They attract trouble, and that's when they need to kind of step into a different zone, and that's why I'm here. We have to step into a different zone that's more defensive and more questionable. You don't have to say yes to everything that comes along and say you're cute because your dad didn't say it, because your dad wasn't there, because your mom treated you like garbage, because no one really liked you. Like yourself, trust God, build yourself up, and know that you are valuable. I mean, I can't say it enough. It's what you tell yourself in this universe that's going to count. I used to be the worst self-conversationalist. I used to tell myself that nobody loved me, that I'm on my own all the time, and I'm not really specifically in search of a relationship, but I realized that I had a bad one with myself, and I had to kind of redo my speech, my self speech, and it didn't have nothing to do with what anybody else has said in my past, except I let it. Um, if my mother was saying or my dad both were saying, "Oh, you're a child only a parent can love," they did say that. Am I carrying that into the universe universally? Like no one ever liked me, only my parents. They don't know me. Or do I say they're wrong? I'm lovable. I'm adorable. I'm a great person. I like to help people. No, I don't take nonsense. And yes, I will speak up for what's wrong. And I do have opinions. And that's quite okay for someone that understands that I'm who I am just like everybody else. So for anyone to put a limit on me and tell me that something, then I need to kind of monitor how I see things. And again, what is my self talk? Maybe I do have flaws, but am I bad? No. Maybe I do have faults, but am I a horrible person? No. Do I deserve air? Yes. Um, can I adapt to new things? Yes. So to kind of put yourself in the category of, yeah, nobody will ever love me. Yeah, hey, I'm 45. And again, I'm not necessarily looking for a husband or anything. If it happens, great. But we really have to come back to, all right, God loves me. I'm the apple of his eye. If he takes care of the sparrow, he's going to take care of me. All I need is a relationship with this man and with myself, because he said, if I love myself, I can love my neighbor. I need to love me. How do you love you? Read the Bible. It'll tell you all about the love God had for you, how wonderfully he made you, how he is just, it's not just a church thing. This is a real relationship. Right now there's some things going on and it's all out of control, but you know what? I want to sit here and just worship God and tell somebody that God is able. Do not get caught up in this world and all this stuff that's going on. Again, people that feel like they have to steal and kill, that's again a very immature way of thinking, because you have low self-esteem, you have issues. Listen, give that stuff to God. If you're tired of that type of lifestyle, if you're tired of meeting crazy type people, give it to God. Give it to God. He loves you. You're the apple of his eye. He definitely has a plan for your life. That's why he created you. You're not here to rob and steal. You're not here to look at other people and compare yourself. You're not here to feel inferior. You're not here to go by what people are telling you. Oh, you're worthless. You don't have anything. Look at me. Look at you. People do it all the time. I talk about that. Look at me. Look at you. They want to invite you to the party so you can see all their wealth and you don't have nothing. You can do the same thing they do. God has given all of us the power to get wealth. If someone owns property, you can own property. If someone owns half of a neighborhood, you can own the other half. Okay? You can learn how to do that. You're not dumb. Okay? You can create wealth. If you're the type of person that feels like no one wants you around, you're horrible, your dad, your mom did something that made you feel like you wanted to be a murderer in life, and you feel comfortable, snap out of it. It's not reality. You cannot go around taking other people's lives. I don't care if people give you money. That's not your job. And no, you don't want to know why they want that. Let's stop. You have to stop. You got to learn to get along on this earth. If you've already done something like that, God is able to redeem you. We don't know you. Only you know what you've done. I've met some people, contract killers. The guy said he liked me. And I'm like, okay. And then he said, I said, so if some, because that's when I just had the accident. I said, so if someone hired you to hurt me, would you do it? He said, yeah. I said, what? He said, depending on how much they give me. At least he's honest. So he could have done it and thought nothing of it because I survived. And so I stopped going in that store because I mean, everybody was suspect, including Jesus. I was gone. And somehow, um, I don't know, I stopped worrying about it. And I thought, whoever did it, God, whoever's working against me, these are now, I'll give them to you. These are your focus. Because I don't know who's doing what. But I want you to reveal them royally and let me see their demise. Because I'm not bothering anybody. So, some things that transpired, people don't understand. Some of them were hurting themselves. Yes. So, I'm going to repent. I'm going to trust God. And just allow God the same grace and mercy towards others that I want for myself. And that's going to bring us back to trusting God in our relationships in an area of our lives because we only see so much, but God sees it all. If you should meet someone, you should be in constant prayer and communication with the Father and with those around you that are godly. If you don't have godly people around you, you probably want to switch your team. God does not want us out here alone and worried about our lives and our safety and our children. Amen. So we got to make better decisions. And that's just simply in trusting God. So, whatever's going on, God bless you. I have a lot more to say, but God is working on me because it's first to me, then you, right? It's to me first. So, praise the Lord. God bless you. May He overtake you and look over you and just give you the royal blessings of your life and just be your best you. Okay? Be your best you. Now, I'm going to put my camera over here because these people are paranoid next door. They see people coming in and out over here visiting and they're prejudiced. And I think they're like securing their property as if to say, or maybe they're upgrading their little prison light. They was getting on my nerves the other day. Every time you walk through here, that big old prison light come on. Like, they need to watch with your activity. Or maybe it's sensitive. But you think that they would, let me see. I can look on my phone to see what they're doing. But, I don't know. That light comes on when you walk by. It's irritating. And I think they know that. But they want to see everything that's going on. Oh, okay, so here. I can see so much of the yard, but I probably can't see what they're doing. I hope they're building it up higher so that raggedy lamps stop coming on every time I walk by. They're very disrespectful. I don't know if they do it on purpose or not, but it surely is irritating. But that's okay. I got something for them. They don't even know it. But now since the camera isn't connected, let's probably set it down. Alright, let's see. If I have to restart it. Or maybe it's restarting now. Very ignorant. Okay. kind of coming back up. Literally see what they're doing over there. Let's see. I should move this to the kitchen. Who's looking? You can't see everything. It's over here that they're doing some work. But, they're very paranoid and prejudiced, whatever they're doing. So probably, who knows? Just doing some work on the Saturday. Anyway, guys, be careful out here. Far too many women are dying at the hands of insecure people that are not willing to do the work on their lives themselves. So they rather kill someone and be in their heads, especially if they do drugs, than to just go and get help. Some people need a lot of medication. They won't go get it. They will not. So you got to be prayerful out here. You got to be in faith. Trust in God. Yeah, they probably reinforcing their lights. And most people don't repent and do better. They go and do something bigger and crazier than the first offense. Instead of just being neighborly and nice. That's right. That's it. That's plans. Gonna do it, I'll do it somewhere. I need to sort my purse. Somebody ripped all the holes in it. And ladies, don't think that man changed. The only way you know they changed is if God speaks to you. Don't, you know, you might want to go and fix it and all that. Do not ignore the dangers of a person that's mad at you. Some people don't want to go to jail, so they're not going to hurt you directly. They'll take your car. They'll do something to your body where you can't really know that they did it directly, like drugs, or drug you, or your legs will be hurting, or you become disabled. They'll do stuff to maybe towels that you're using for your face or to wash up so your skin break out. They don't care. As soon as you leave them alone, everything kind of regulates your skin, your weight. What's up with that? Your pains in your body kind of disappear. What's up with that? Why when I'm not around you, I'm great. When I'm around you, this is a horror show. Hard for me to focus. Hard for me to get on with the show. What's the beef? What are you doing? You have to be careful out here. I'm telling you. So, okay, guys, I'm just going to go brush up a little bit. I got stuff to do. I got to get off. But I hope I wasn't all over the place. I hope I said something to help, to encourage, to strengthen. Do not try and be like me, a Lone Ranger talking to these people. They're crazy. Okay, they got some real serious, deeply rooted mental problems, emotional problems. They're blaming people for stuff. And the people that actually did something to them, they'll never take it to them. But they'll take it to the streets. They'll whoop on you for what Edna did or what Susie did. But they're not going to go and get the person that did it. If their mom hurt them, they love mommy, but they're out here whipping up everything, moving because mommy abandoned them as a child. They haven't dealt with that professionally. You know, they just come out here and still be in crazy mode trying to survive on other people versus just getting a better job, getting some education, and living a better life. They rather come out here and trick women or pimp women to get stuff. Okay? They rather use women or men to do stuff versus just going to get educated and maybe changing their mindset on how to do this. I need to be gentle around my eyes. Are too rough. I don't know why. And it might be causing me these scars. I mean, these black marks. I don't know. But anyway, be careful, be safe, guys. Be blessed. You know that God loves you. He has a great plan for you. And whatever you decide with God. Don't go out here on your own trying to deal with these monsters. You don't know who the monster is. They're real nice until something triggers. You don't know who's who. There's no sign, or sometimes in conversation, but people have learned the pretty answers. They're not going to tell you the gruesome truth all the time. I've met some very honest monsters. At least they were honest if they needed help. But, sometimes even then, you got to be careful. Some of these people can be your last conversation. I'm trying to scare you, trying to prepare you. It's real in these streets. Don't think it's not. It is. God bless you. And just remember, you're a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, chosen by God, um, brought out from darkness into his marvelous light. You're chosen. So act like it. You're somebody.